Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a magnificent Monday. I apologize that our message is late today, but you know what? One change to your schedule can throw things off, can't they? I have a doctor's appointment this morning, and it was crazy is that I totally forgotten about the doctor's appointment. But thankfully, they give you a, a message. You know, they call you a couple of days before and remind you of appointments that you've made months in advance. And so I made this appointment way back in December when I had my annual checkup. And so, anywho, the fact that I wasn't gonna, go to work this morning until I go to the doctor, the fact that my alarm didn't wake me up this morning, it threw everything off. It threw off me doing the video. It threw me off of sending out the message, and so it's amazing again how one little change to your schedule can throw things off. But I'm resilient, and video is being made, and right after that, the message is going to come out for the day. But I definitely wanted to set the stage for the week. This week's virtue is detachment. This is a virtue that I've never reflected on before. In fact, when I look through my deck of cards, detachment is not a card there. I was going to do generosity, I believe. And when I went to find that card online, I couldn't find it. And I saw detachment and I read it and I said, I like that. And so I'm going to reflect, and we're going to reflect on detachment. And the message today is about not letting your emotions control you, not letting your feelings, not letting your emotions control you. Learn what they are, learn what you can from them, and then move on. And then the quote is about not allowing your emotions to distract you from your purpose. So, we've talked about being in alignment with our purpose so many times before. And so I think that it's a good thing to do, particularly for educators. We're either in our summer break or we're approaching our summer break. And, I think I've always said that the most important thing that you should do during the summer is recharge, uh, for the next year, really, just enjoy your time. I honestly, I used to say recharge for the next year, but at this point in life, it's not even about recharging for the next year. It's really about just enjoying every day because we're not promised to make it to next year. So, you've really got to maximize every day of your life, which brings me to my weekend. I had the most fantastic weekend. And Saturday, I did something that I'd never done before. I watched UFC fights, which I used to watch boxing years ago, and I kind of got out of the practice of that. And my son watches UFC, and I'm just like, it's so bloody, it's so violent. It didn't even seem as skillful as boxing. But I met some new people and hung out and watched the fights, which was fantastic. Being in that space, it had such good energy in that space. It was such good people. It was such a good time, just a really, really fun time. So I'm really thankful and grateful for that. And it just kind of ties into, what I'm feeling this morning of you've got to live every day and maximize every day and, milk every experience for all that it's worth, you know. And I'm thankful because I feel like this weekend I did that. I milked every experience for what it was worth, and it was fantastic. It was wonderful. It leaves me with a smile on my face, and even as I reflect and think about it now, I'm glad that I did that thing. Somebody got their arm broken, and I looked away. I was not, gonna, and they kept showing it over and over again. But overall, I found that it was very skillful, was very strategic, was seemingly, way more intense than what I remember boxing to be. But I always say you got to be open to new experiences, and I'm thankful that I was, and turned out well. So definitely keep that in your back pocket to be open to new experiences, to milking every experience for what it's worth, and getting the most out of everything. Now, while you're doing that, when you check into the email, remember that detachment. We don't allow things that we're going through to distract us, to pull us down. And so I've included the periodic table of emotions again for you in the virtue reflection section so that you can do some reflection on when you feel certain emotions. How do you feel? What does it feel like? so that you can learn how to identify those things. And then, of course, the second step is to identify what is causing you to feel that way. And you really got to be honest with yourself, because that sometimes that first gut reaction of what it is you think is, causing you to feel a certain way is not that. It's something underneath that, and have had so many conversations with people that if you really dig deep, a lot of time it's fear about losing something, fear about something happening, fear about something not happening. I don't know why, but fear is so prevalent for us. And we've got to learn how to identify that and learn how to move past that. Take deep cleansing breaths and learn how to just stay in the moment and realize that the anxiety and fear and stress that we are creating it. And if we know that we're creating it, then we know that we can manage it and we can move past it. It doesn't have to grip us and control us and cause us to do things that aren't in our highest good. That is so important for us to remember. So remember that. And interestingly enough, the song that I chose for us today is I Get So Emotional by Whitney Houston, which is kind of like the opposite of what the message is about. Like, don't get so emotional, but what better way to start the week than a Whitney Houston song? And then go into the Black Music Month celebration. We are on L. So we got Lauryn Hill, we've got Luther Vandross, and who else do we have? We have Lisa and Call Jam. So if you grew up in the 80s, like I grew up in the 80s, then you know about Lisa Call Jam. So I hope that those songs brings back some good memories. And if you don't know those songs, click on the button and learn some new music, because all of the music that I share is fire. Know that. And then, guys, go ahead and have a magnificent Monday. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. In the healthy section, I talk about the benefits of cucumbers. And at some time today, I am going to go buy some more cucumbers, because every juice that I make has cucumbers in it. And I have not had a cucumber and onion salad in the longest time. So today I will be making myself a nice, tangy, tart, and is that because of the apple cider vinegar, cucumber and onion salad. And look at the benefits of that. Cucumbers are terribly hydrating. Like, one of the things I've been struggling with is this mask acne, all of these dark spots. And I know that I need to get some good nutrition into me to fight this, more so than the little creams and whatnot that I put on my face. And I have started to put my healing blend back on my face. It's a blend of essential oils that are all really great for the skin: bergamot, lavender, and tea tree oil in shea butter. I put that on my skin, and it really does help with blemishes and scars and things like that to help them fade. And so I've been using that, but I'm also going to put some good things into my body as well. And I recommend that you do the same. So that's how you can be kind to yourself, by feeding yourself good foods, telling yourself good thoughts, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying what I say every day: hey, beautiful, you're going to have a wonderful day. You are powerful. You are wonderful. Everything that you want to accomplish today, you will accomplish. Nothing will deter you. Nothing will distract you. You got this. So that's my message to you. That's my message to myself. Go ahead and have a great day. Don't forget to give people with your smile. They can see it even with a mask on your face, because they can see it in your eyes. Take care, everyone.